A messy closet can feel overwhelming, unbalanced. It's hard to move through a routine when every morning you're digging through piles and piles of clothes only to realize your favorite shirt is completely wrinkled. But when my closet is in order, my week feels easier, there is more clarity, and with clarity comes more options. Every weekend I carve out a little time to get my closet back in order. Even if it's just a few minutes, I like to start Mondays with a full set of options. So I'll do laundry, steam a few things, and put everything back where it belongs. A few weeks ago I did a massive declutter, and the pieces I decided to keep, well, they deserve to be cared for if I want to have them around for a long time. Today I'm going deeper than usual, and while I don't think that this kind of full clean-out is something I'll do often, it does feel necessary now. But this video has two purposes. First, as I begin a strict low-buy phase, it's going to help keep me accountable. You'll know what I own, and you can absolutely call me out if suddenly you see 10 new pieces pop up in here. I don't want that to happen, but most of us know once a binge starts, it's hard to stop. Second, I feel like I still have one last tiny declutter in me. There are pieces I keep going back and forth on, and I need some clarity. The first thing I'm gonna do is take everything out in sections. Shelf space first, then drawers, and finally hanging pieces, because that's usually the fastest. For now everything will land on my bed, and yes, it's going to look worse before it gets better. But trust me, it's only temporary and you'll be grateful when it's done. I feel like closets get overlooked when we're doing chores around the house. They become catch-all spaces for things we don't know where to put. But when you build a habit of keeping your closet clean, your wardrobe will naturally follow. As you go through everything, pause. Evaluate each piece carefully. If you haven't decluttered yet, the first thing to ask yourself is, does this still fit me well? If the answer is no, well, it doesn't belong in your closet. Even if your weight fluctuates and you want to keep certain sizes just in case, store them separately. Box them up and keep only the pieces that fit you now. When my closet was overflowing, I wore clothes just for the vibe they gave me, how I imagined I looked in them. But reality was different. Many pieces were too big and the fantasy never matched the mirror. They made me look unpolished, or worse, like I was being swallowed in fabric. Now, only clothes that fit stay visible, and that has made getting dressed so much easier. This is the moment to be honest. What no longer serves a purpose in your life? Some items carry stories. They remind us of who we were or someone who once gave them to us, and that's okay. It's okay to keep a few sentimental things. Decluttering doesn't mean erasing memories. It just means letting go of things that no longer have use in your present. For example, I have 2 black dresses. One is tight-fitting. I think I look great in it. But I've never worn it, not even once. Because I always feel too self-conscious in it, like I'm wearing someone else's life. The other is a simple black slip dress and I wear it often. The tight one is just a fantasy. It doesn't belong in my closet. Same with coats. I have one in polyester that I like the shape of, but it feels a bit plasticky and stiff. The other is wool and I reach for it every time. So the polyester coat, it needs to go. Someone else will use it more than I ever will. And it'll give my other items the breathing room they deserve. As I shifted to buying more natural fibers and checking fabric composition, I realized I wasn't taking proper care of my clothes, and I mean for years. Silk dresses that were dry clean only? Straight into the washer. Steam only pieces? Ignored or ironed badly. Dry cleaning can feel like an extra cost, but most garments that need it don't require it that often, and in the long run, it might actually save you a few bucks. Most weekends, though, it's simpler than that. You might not even need to wash something. If you only wear it once, it probably just needs a steam. This way, your favorite piece isn't draped over a chair waiting for laundry day. It's ready to go, and looks like you love it. Because when you do love a piece, caring for it stops feeling like a chore, it becomes something joyful. When I look at my closet now, I feel inspired, not overwhelmed. That's why I've started treating my favorite pieces like they matter. They're not just things I wear, they're little pieces of who I am and how I want to feel. A coat that makes me stand taller, a dress I reach for on slow mornings, a shirt that always feels like me, and on my shelves a few handbags I genuinely use and love. I even leave a little room for my perfumes and my little rose or something pretty, not because it's necessary, but because it brings a sense of calm. These aren't just things, they are intentional choices, and by choosing to display them with care, they don't disappear into the background, they become part of the atmosphere. I think it's beautiful when your closet starts to feel less like storage and more like a reflection of your life, thoughtful, useful, and maybe a little bit romantic. And when you love what you see, it's easier to slow down and appreciate what you already have. Now that everything is clean, sorted, and ready, it's time to put it all back. But not just anywhere. This part feels like designing a space for the version of me I am today. Some pieces get prime real estate, others go into storage boxes. Everything should have its place and its reason for being there. I try to group things by category, yes, but also by how they make me feel. The goal isn't perfection, it's ease. That moment in the morning when you open your closet and feel calm, not overwhelmed, that's what I'm aiming for. I also like to leave a little breathing room, empty hangers, space between coats, a shelf with nothing on it yet, because we don't always have to feel everything. If we treat our spaces like they are already enough, maybe we'll start to feel like we are too. And with that, the reset is complete. This is my closet now, imperfect but intentional, and it makes getting dressed feel just a little more like self-respect. I think the way we care for our spaces says a lot about how we care for ourselves. This little reset wasn't about perfection or creating something Instagram-worthy. It was just about being honest with myself, about what I own, what I actually use, and what makes me feel good. I don't believe in needing more to feel like enough, but I do believe in making room. Room for ease, room for beauty, room to breathe. If you've been feeling a little out of sync lately, maybe this is your sign to begin again in whatever way feels right. So thank you for being here and for letting me share my space with you. See you next week. Bye!